Hi, this is Janelle, the relationship coach behind the Successful Invisible, and I'm coming to you with a dating tip today. Jokes aren't jokes. Now, if you listened to one of my last dating tips I posted that pranks aren't jokes, I wanted to come back with this one because oftentimes things can be said and no actual action is taken. So I'll give the context of this. I was reading some comments on social media as well as I've heard of this come up with some of my coaching clients that I work with when someone's partner usually is making a joke about they have money. And this is very common if you are a woman who earns a very nice salary and some man approaches you and says, oh, you're big money or you're big money Griff or something referring to your income. It can be said very casually from someone who just approaches you, but it can also surface in a way as a passive aggressive behavior in an intimate relationship. If you are, let's say, in a relationship with someone and all of a sudden your salary gets bumped up a whole bunch. Could be because you finished a certain degree program or you went to a different job, got additional professional certifications, etc. And then there's always this kind of joke at your expense or to hurt your feelings or something in reference to either you feel better than them, you feel that you're better than them as a person, or that there's something about you can afford things now, or something about you being fancy. I'm using air quotes with this. And that's 9 times out of 10, that's not the case at all. It's just that you now have more access to financial resources because you're earning this higher salary and you want to pamper or spoil your partner in some way. So jokes aren't jokes. And I really, really want ladies to pay attention to this as you're going out into this dating world and you are a woman who is very established. You have your own resources, your own car, your own home, have a good job. You're able to pay all your bills. You're able to vacation, things like that. I hear this come up very often in coaching sessions with women, oftentimes when they're interacting with men who make less than them. Those aren't jokes. Jokes are not jokes. That is someone's insecurity. That is someone's passive-aggressive behavior coming through. These are things to take note of. Now, pranks aren't jokes, as I said in a previous dating tip, but jokes aren't jokes. This one, I think women may want to take a little more time and gauge what's being said, how it's being said. It could also indicate that the person is jealous of you, and jealousy is a very dangerous component in a relationship, especially a romantic relationship. So I feel when you hear any of these phrases that seem that, the person, or even say, oh, they were just joking, especially if you challenge them in the moment on it, and then, oh, it was just a joke, or, oh, you need to lighten up. You should never be the butt of anyone's jokes. Something should never be said at your expense. If you get the sense that a person you've just met and started to date, or someone you've been dating a while and are in a relationship with, is saying things that seem to hurt, humiliate, or harm you with their words. Like I said, this isn't like pranks. They're not physically doing something, but words can cause harm. The pen is mightier than the sword. We've all heard that. That's true because those are words. Words are powerful. So jokes are jokes. And if you hear anything like that that's coming up in the initial stages, or even when you're in a relationship and maybe something with a financial statement, something with your finances, your state of your finances as a couple changes, be mindful. Those are not jokes. They're very important. You need to pay a lot of attention to them and then really assess, is this the best emotional environment for me to be in? Do I feel safe, meaning emotionally safe, with these quote-unquote jokes that are being made seemingly at my expense? So just remember, be mindful, pay attention to what people say, pay attention to what they do as well, but jokes aren't jokes. If someone is making a joke about your finances, your income, how you think you're better than them, you're fancy, be mindful of that. This is a person that likely has some insecurities, jealousies, passive aggressive tendencies, etc. towards you, you need to be mindful and move accordingly. Now, I'm not going to say that this is automatically a deal breaker, but I would definitely slow down the pace to a great extent of anyone who I was dealing with who said anything like this to me in the course of us dating, and then really observe, is this worth me moving forward? Do I feel we can have a discussion about what they said and move on, etc. So remember, jokes aren't jokes, and they should be taken very seriously.